Let's see, it's time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I hope everyone stayed safe during the windstorm. I hope your car didn't get T-boned by a recycling bin like mine did driving down the road. All right, so what we have planned for this week is today we're going to finish up chapter 10, I think is what we're on. And then we'll start the next chapter on Thursday, or 9, or on 9, so chapter 9. Then we should be all caught up come Thursday with the syllabus and back on track. If you remember where we were last week, we were talking about memory. And then we ended up at this idea of long-term memory and how it's viewed as unlimited storage. And so we talked about semantic memory, episodic memory, flashbulb memory. And then we're going to move on to kind of how do we use this strategically in marketing. Okay? So within memory, we have this thing called schemas, or schematic memory. That's a pattern of associations that we have. Okay, and scripts are the action sequences that go along with it. And we talked about that a little bit last week also. What we're really worried about with this is how we retrieve information. So how easy or hard is it for us to access what's in front of us? And we're really trying to understand how do we then map this out onto our different brands. And so you have something called a schematic memory map. So this is a schematic memory map for Mountain Dew. The schematic memory map equals the brand image in the consumer's mind. Okay. So this is how the schematic memory map works. You start with a simple question. What do you think about when you think about Mountain Dew? You ask that to a number of different people, and you say, okay, these were the top responses. They said they think of crisp, fun, green, cool. Then you work your way down. What do you think about when you think about crisp? Okay, think about carbonated or refreshing. All right, great. What do you think about when you think about refreshing? Think about colas, showers, lemonade, and you keep working your way down. Okay. Then you go to fun, you do the same thing for fun. So you say, what do you think when you think about fun? Well, I think about music. What do you think about when you think about music? Well, I think about Rihanna. Enough people say that. Hey, who would be good? What would be good music to play during your commercial? Rihanna. All right, it's connecting to what your consumers want and what your consumers like. Do it for something like cool. What do you think about? Extreme, different, young. Extreme, what do you think about? Shaun White. Who would be a good person to endorse? Shaun White. So you're just working down the memory map. Yes?
Sorry. You said it's supposed to connect to what your consumers want or like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just I would not want Mountain Dew to connect with showers for me.
Well, here's the thing, is you have different connections, and some connections can be stronger than the others, and the connections that you don't want, you can ignore, like lemonade, right? So do we want to make a Mountain Dew lemonade? Probably not, so we'll just ignore that, right? But what if there's something up here that said, okay, Mountain Dew, and we link it to obesity? Well, you might actually have to do damage control on that, right? So there could be some associations that you don't like that you want to do damage control with, especially if it's an early association, a direct association. That's up here. Okay? And so you need to try to understand how the consumers are viewing you. It gets back to the idea of different types of motives, latent versus manifest, and within latent motives are things that we don't want to tell people how we really feel. And so it's underlying reasoning behind something. And this is a laddering technique where you just keep working down, asking why, or what do you like about this, what do you like about this, right? And so it's a way to get at these underlying motives or underlying connections that you don't necessarily understand. All right, so what I want to do now is I want you to get into groups. And I want you to develop a schematic memory map within your group of the keyword you're provided. So that is, write down the words and phrases that come to mind when you see the keyword, and remember to build off of each keyword. So I'll put this back up so you can look at it, okay? So it should look like this. Then I will ask a couple people, a couple groups to come up and draw theirs on the board. Okay. All right, so go ahead and get into groups, that way I know who's in a group, and then I can give you your secret keyword that's not to be shared with any individuals. All right, you ready? Go.
So the top one isn't going to be written on the,
The top one's going to be your keyword.
yeah, but we're not going to like put it in the drawing board and we're supposed to guess it, or?
No, I'm going to bring it around.
Oh, okay.
I have it right here. Keywords. Okay, good. All right, let's go. Don't share with other groups.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Okay, who's a group here? All right, all of you. It's not that secret. They're not all the same for close to the same. Okay, this group?
Oh, all right, we'll put you in charge.
Sure.
So,
Okay, who's my group? Two in the back? I'll come around. I'll reach over.